So now let's move to unlike terms. So what are the possible operations that we can do for unlike terms? First, we cannot add. One, we cannot add two unlike terms together. E.g., so for example, you have 6a plus 3b. This is not equals to 9a plus b. Is not. Because why? The variables, they are not the same. So I cannot add them together. Likewise, I cannot subtract once the variables are not the same, right? So if the variables are equal, if they are the same, then I can add and subtract. But in this case, our variables, they are not the same, right? So we cannot have this. This is not possible. But what can I do in this case? So also I cannot add and subtract. Yeah, that is 6a minus 3b is not equals to 3ab. It's not. So what else can I do? So what I can do is that I can multiply. So multiplication and division of unlike terms. For example, let's say I have 6a multiplied by 3b. Yeah, I can multiply this together even though the variables are not the same. But if you look at what we did above here, so multiplication, even if they are like terms, you can still multiply them together. But you can only subtract and add when the variables are the same. When the variables are not the same, you cannot. So this one now, let's try to multiply. So how do we do this? You take the coefficient first, which is 6. You multiply by 3, right? Let me write them together. 6 times 3. Then you take the variables as well, a and b. You multiply them together. So this will give us 18ab. That's it. Easy as ABC. So for division, let's say I have 6a divided by 3b. Or they write it like this, 6a divided by 3b. How do we solve this? So all you have to do, 6a over 3b. You know, what are the factors of 6 or multiples of 6? 6 are 2 times 3a. Over 3 is just 1 times 3b. So this 3 can cancel out. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times b is b. But we have the a on top. 2 times 1, 2a. Then here we have 1 times b. I believe we understand. So these are the operations that we do when we have an algebraic expression or equation. So before I move on, let me solve, just one example. And also, let me just, like I said, that 2x plus 1 is what we called algebraic expression. Because this doesn't have equality sign. But if I have this equals to 3, this is an equation, not an expression. You see the difference? This has equality sign. This doesn't have no equality sign. Right. Right. So this is an equation. So this you can easily solve. You see, everything we've been doing is all about, solving the expression, getting it right. So let's look at one example together. And before we move on, there are other things you can do in algebra, but I will look for an example to explain. Let's say I have 3x plus 5x equals to 2. So they're asking us, what is the value? So what is the value of 3x plus 5, given that x equals to 2? So they can just write it like this, but this is what they're trying to say. So the method we are going to use here is what we call substitution. So what do we mean by substitution method? We are asked to solve this given that x equals to 2, right? So how do we solve this? It means we are going to substitute this x equals to 2 into this our expression to get the value. So we have 3x plus 5. That will give us 3 into bracket x is 2 plus 5. So this will give us 3 times 2 is 6 plus 5. And that will 6 plus 5 is 11. So therefore, the value of 3x plus 5, given that x equals to 2, is 11. So this is an example of substitution method. Another thing we can have is they can ask us to write one variable in terms of the other. So the next thing is evaluating one variable in terms of the other. So let's say I have 4a plus 3b is equals to 32. So the question answer, what is the value? So question now, what is the value of b in terms of a? So they said, what is the value of b in terms of a, right? So how do we solve this? We have 4a plus 3b equals to 32. Right. So what is the value of b in terms of a? So we'll find a way to eliminate a, to take a away from beside b. So what we have to do now is to subtract 4a from both sides, because we want 3b to stand alone. So 4a minus 4a will give you 0. We are left with plus 3b, right? Equals to, this one is 32 minus 4a. But they're asking for the value of b, not the value of 3b. So on the left hand side, I have 0 plus this, that's 3b, equals to 32 minus 4a. Right. So we're looking for the value of b. So we have to divide by 3 so that b can stand alone. So this 3, it cancels this 3. Then you have b equals to 32 minus 4a over 3. Or you can say it's 32 over 3 minus 4a over 3. It depends on how they put the answer. So, and if you can simplify, the denominator and numerator, you simplify. But this we can simplify further. Also, they can rewrite the answer as, we know 32 is the same thing as 4 times 8 minus 4a over 3. So now 4 is common, right? So we can take the 4 out and we have 8 left here. Here we have just minus a over 3. So it's either ways. So your answer can be in this form. The answer can be in this form. And it can also, so they can rewrite the answer in different ways. So the last question for today. So we are asked to simplify. So final example for today. So we're asked to simplify. So they said when x equals to 3. So what is the value of 2x minus 5x plus 3? And also a equals to negative 2. So we're asked to find 7a over a squared plus a. And the last one is 2x squared 4y squared plus 6x squared y squared. So let's try to solve this. So when x is 3, 2x squared minus 5x plus 7. So a equals to negative 2, so we have 7a over a squared plus a. Yeah. So let's try to solve all these questions. So the first one is about the last topic we talked about, which is the substitution. So x is 3, and we are given 2x squared minus 5x plus 7. So this will give us 2 into x is 3, 3 squared, 5 into 3 plus 7. So we have 2. 3 squared is what? 9. 5 times 3. This is 3. That's 15 plus 7. I believe we all know 2 times 9 is 18 minus 15 plus 7. Right. 18 minus 15 is 3. Right? Plus 7 is 10. So I use what we call PEMDAS. Addition, subtraction. Well, we can, minus 15 plus 7. Minus 15 plus 7 is also minus 8. So 18 minus 8 is 10. So you can either do it both ways. Yeah. So this, you can have this first. You can do 18. Yeah. So that will give us 18. This minus this is minus 8. And that was to give it 10. So the next problem, number 2. Let me just solve it here. A is negative 2. We have 7. to negative 2 over negative 2 squared plus negative 2. So this 7 here is positive, right? And like I said above, that when the sign is different, it's always negative. Well, when the sign is the same, it's always positive. So therefore, the sign here, positive 7 and 9, they are different. So that will be negative 7 times 2. That's negative 14. This one square, that's 4. This sign also, they are not the same. So that's negative 4 minus 2 is 2. So we have negative 14 over 2. This is positive, right? Because 4 here is positive. So if you divide, that will be 7. So you have negative 7. While the last one, I have 2x squared multiplied by 4y squared plus 6x squared y squared. You know, this is like the case of unlike terms, right? So we can multiply unlike terms together, right? So you take the 2, you take the coefficient here, you multiply together. Then you take the x square and the y square, you multiply them together. Then you leave this one like that. 2 times 4 is 8. X squared times y squared is x squared y squared. So this now boils down to like terms because this and this, they are the same, right? So all you have to do is just to add the 8 and 6 together and take one of those. So that will be 14 squared y squared. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.